My name is Chris.
And my name is Melissa.
And welcome everyone to the program, the Choose Your Library Adventure Teens and Tweens edition. And now, without further ado, I'm going to hand things over to Melissa. All right.
Great. Thank you so much, Chris. Okay, guys, so just as a little bit of a reminder, this is part of your back to school summer activity, end of the summer activity for all of you guys out there. So we do have a lot of other programs. Feel free to check those out as you kind of ease back into learning, and hopefully a little bit of learning is what we'll do today. A lot of fun too, of course. Now we do have to move fast. So if you guys have any questions along the way, Chris will be monitoring the questions section. So feel free to pop in any questions you have. We may get to them at the end, or we may get to them in the middle. Just kind of depends on how you guys are all doing. And this is a choose your own adventure. Maybe you're familiar with the format, maybe you're not familiar with the format, but we're gonna go ahead and get started with it, turning off our camera so that you guys can see our images a little bit more clearly. And I'm just gonna tell you, you will learn about library resources and details on them that could be used for anyone, but especially in your age range, of course, and you're gonna decide the path. Typically, these books, when you read them, come with a warning. So I will read to you, warning, library resources are not meant to be explored straight through from A to Z. That's not what we're gonna be doing, you guys. These pages have many different adventures you can go on as you journey through the library. You will meet some strange characters perhaps, or some strange objects, let's see. And from time to time, you will be asked to make a choice in a poll, which we're gonna get started with in less than a minute. Your choice may lead to success or disaster. And of course, don't worry, this is a virtual program. There's no real disaster in store for you, but maybe we'll meet some untimely ends. And the adventures you take are a result of your choice. Unless people tie in the polls, we don't know. You are responsible because you choose. And after you make your choice, your guide, and that's me, will show you on the screen what happens next after you guys decide what you want to do. And I promise you, danger and wonder will be accompanied by discovery. And just remember, you cannot go back. Think carefully before you make your move, but don't take too long, just a few seconds, okay? Because we are trying to keep it moving here. Remember, one mistake can be your last, or it may lead you to fame and fortune. That is a Choose Your Own Adventure classic line. All right, guys. So it would not be a library program without a book shout out. I almost forgot. So the choosing does start now. Would you guys like to learn about a book with Shakespeare? Or maybe what life after graduation will be? Now, I'm going to launch the poll. If you guys tie, that is the sound of a coin toss. I will decide if you guys tie, all right? But hopefully, you get to pick. So, what sort of book would you be more in the mood for? Shakespearean flavor, A, Billy the Bard, or contemporary, B, modern day? Go ahead and vote, you guys. All right, no coin needed here. Let me show you guys. Modern day has won. So let's go ahead and click on that. Modern day. Maybe you guys are a little bit homeworked out already. I don't know. Okay, so the book shout out is a book called Pretty Little Mistakes, and it's available as an ebook on Libby or Overdrive. So you guys can just check it out immediately right after our program, right? Because you have nothing else to do. I know, just kidding. So here, you could end up living in an opulent mansion. You could be a Zen master. You could end up living in a caravan in the middle of the desert. You could end up living and doing all sorts of different jobs or not jobs, and kind of doing it over again and again, because that is the beauty of a Choose Your Own Adventure book. So definitely check that out. We do have plenty of Choose Your Own Adventure books available in the library for you guys, ebook or physical copy. So take a look at that. And maybe later we'll take a look at another book, depending on the choices that you all make. But let's go ahead and start our journey. Okay, you are a student. You had been doing a report on Aristotle, an ancient Greek philosopher, and the teacher had requested that you use at least one piece of information you found in a physical item. You know how teachers are sometimes, right? They really like those physical items. Must be kind of the age that they grew up in. Fine. You go to hcplc.org, you type in Aristotle, and you check out the first thing you see for curbside pickup. Little do you know, you accidentally access an experimental human library. And in a puff of smoke, there he is, Aristotle himself. Human and pretty bewildered. He kind of looks like a kid, even a teenager. So you won't be able to get information from him about his life's work for your report, unfortunately. But he is conveniently speaking in modern English, so that's something. Anyway, what are you guys gonna do? Choice A, blow his mind with some current day science, because you know the guy loved science and he probably wants to know what's going on now. Or choice B, show him how famous he is going to be. It might be kind of motivating for him to see how famous he's going to be. Let's see what you guys choose, okay? So, you all pick. What do you want to do? A, show him the science of today. B, show him how famous he'll become. You might be messing with the time stream. Yes, you might be. Okay, you guys voted. Pretty decisive group. I like this. Very good. Let me share the results. Once again, you guys are of the same mind right now. Maybe I won't have to use my coin. So excited to bring it today, but you guys want to show him how famous he'll become. You are not afraid of messing with the time stream at all. All right, let's see what happens. Choice B, World Book. We're going to check out, there's a lot of things in World Book, but we're going to check out two things in particular, maybe a third one if we have time. Student ebooks, perhaps dramatic learning. So I am going to go to another screen. I'm going to check this out with you. We're going to find World Book from hcplc.org. Click on Learning and Research. Also, you guys, it should say Learning and Research and Fun, but maybe that's just my opinion because I'm a dork. And then we're going to go to W World Book. Now, this site is great for people of all ages. I confess myself as an adult that I like looking at World Book a lot. And they also have things for 3-year-olds if you guys want to believe that, but we won't check that out right now. So you guys go to World Book and you show him, you basically have a whole encyclopedia at the tip of your fingers. Remember, he's from a time when none of this really existed. So you're pretty much blowing his mind. Like, let me show you what I got. Do a search for Aristotle. And you guys will see you have a ton of entries right here. You can get it read to you, which also blows his mind. You're pretty much going to be just amazing him the whole time, let's be honest, if he sticks around with you. And something really interesting to know, aside from this being a very accessible and accurate and reliable encyclopedia, is that you do have information about citing the article at the very bottom. So you can generate your own citations. And that is a pretty neat thing. Of course, he's not the one who has to write the paper, you are. So you kind of keep that part to yourself. But he can barely believe. Of course, he can barely believe how famous he's going to be. And of course, he wants to click on related. Who wouldn't? He is kind of a bookworm after all. And he will go ahead and take a look at some of these other things. We would be here all day if we clicked on them, but we won't. I think we have a little bit more time, you guys. So I'm going to take a look. Here are some other things that you can do. You guys can also check out the atlas. You can compare places. That is very nice. You can also check out how to do research. I think we want to take a look at a few other things in World Book. Another thing you take a look at with Aristotle, this guy who used to be so interested in science, is you can show him that they've pretty much classified the animals and living creatures into different categories, which he did not know at his time. You guys kind of want to have some fun with him and show him the fantasy books, cultures of the world. He gets pretty fascinated by the ancient Greeks, I have to say. And then he goes kind of down a really big rabbit hole going through our technology and engineering section. And also world classics nonfiction. Now these ebooks, anyone can check out at any time if you have your library card. There are no holds, no anything like that. So feel free to check this out on your own time, of course. I really do love world ebooks. They have a really great book about garlic, if you can believe it or not. Another thing you show him is dramatic learning, where you can have different plays by grade level, subject, or title. So, you know, one thing that Aristotle might have been interested in is Agamemnon, Antigone, or Electra. And you guys see here, it has the grade levels, and you can also sort it by characters, because if you're putting on a play, you want to know how many people you need in your play. You can sort it by title, all sorts of cool things like this. So basically, it's kind of hard to tear them away from the greatness of World Book, but you guys do. You end up doing it. And then you continue on your journey, of course. And I've shown you like 2% of what might be interesting to you, but that's life, right? With someone from the ancient past, you can't show them everything. You have to just show them the highlights. So there's quite a bit of learning at your fingertips. You already, of course, used some of the knowledge about Aristotle in your assignments, so that was good. He seems eager to goof off a little bit, maybe. It's kind of hard to read the guy, but you're kind of ready to goof around a little bit too. So what is next for these two fast friends? Do you want to show off some lighter stuff? Or do you want to grill this guy and indulge his thirst for hard knowledge a little bit more? What do you guys think you're going to do? You have a big responsibility right now, of course. So feel free to choose as your heart says. 100% of you voted. And you know what? I am not surprised to say I am proud of you all. 100% of you said you want something a little bit more fun. After all, we did just explore an encyclopedia. Am I right? Okay. Very nice. Well, let's see what we end up doing with this fun. Oh, you guys are going to become couch potatoes, and we're going to check out a little bit of Hoopla. So maybe you guys know Hoopla Digital, maybe you don't, but these are ebooks that you can check out. 20 and a little bit what we do and how we get there. I'm a big Hoopla user, so I like to go to hoopladigital.com, but you can get there, of course, from Learning and Research, Resources A through Z, clicking on H, and we find Hoopla. So in Hoopla, you basically have a ton of audiobooks. It's very, very popular for audiobooks. You've got some good movies, music, comics, ebooks, television, you name it. He doesn't yet really know what movies are or anything like that. So you are going to save that for a little bit later. And maybe you guys are going to check out some comics first. Now, Hoopla is definitely known for its graphic novel collection. I would recommend Saga 54, which is Star-Crossed Lovers for more factions, The Wicked and the Divine Pantheon of godlike beings who only live 2 years once they become gods, American Gods, Witcher, which is now a Netflix series, Fable, all sorts of great things like that. Let me just show you a little bit the categories. By publishers. Some people are really big into DC or Marvel, so you guys can check that out, of course. But just browsing the first page, it's automatically by popular. So you guys can see what are some really popular ones here. And just to show you, they do have the Bill and Ted comics here. Maybe I can find it for you guys. Yeah, Bill and Ted Save the Universe. So there's a little time machine action right there. I know the movie just came out, so that's something interesting. He, of course, would like to take a look at some music, maybe some groovy music. He likes the elements, so maybe Earth, Wind, Fire would be some good music for Aristotle, a little bit more retro, but for him it's still futuristic, obviously. And then let's see what else we can do. Another cool thing that you guys can do when you click on movies, say you have an actress that you really like, so you can find that actress. You can also just kind of browse and take a look at the movies that are there. Now, the popular one is good, but in terms of categories, there are specifically some teen movies. So the top categories I definitely recommend. They also have one that is specifically teens as well. Kids yoga, horror, read along titles if you want to read along with the book that you're assigned to read or the book that you are reading for fun. Here's teen summer romance. There are a lot of great genres on here. So you guys spend a lot of time doing that, and it's a little bit crazy, but he finally understands what it's like to be able to watch something. And maybe you kind of ruin him a little bit, because at the end he says, hey, since you can download all of the music movies or ebooks onto your mobile device. That's right, you guys don't need to stream this stuff. Can I take it with me back to ancient Greece, charged up so I can have a few hours of fun? And you say yes. So you decide that you are going to give him your mobile device so that he can take that back to show his ancient buddies. Oh, yeah, no, guys, that's not good. What happens next? You guys decided to be couch potatoes, so you guys were having too much fun. You kind of forget you still had to write a paper. You forgot about that, and now you're having trouble finding the print sources that your teacher said you needed to use. You obviously can't use the print source of Aristotle, the guy who's with you, to finish the essay. What do you guys do? Choice A, ask for an extension from your teacher. Maybe they'll understand. Or choice B, don't perfect that paper. You're having fun. You're maybe going to become world famous being with Aristotle. He's your buddy after all. So let's see what you guys want to do. What are my predictions? A, ask for an extension, or B, seize the day and cares to the wind? You guys, I'm getting to know you a little bit. So you want to seize the day, cares to the wind. It doesn't matter. Your paper is probably good enough as it is. I, as a perfectionist myself, definitely admire. Bravo. All right. So let's see. It's choice B. Oh, dead end. Well, you did end up with a C on your paper, which isn't the end of the world, but it does mean that Aristotle's a little bit disgusted with your behavior. He's just a bookworm after all, and he decides to go back to his homeland. He decides he doesn't want to be a couch potato anymore. But actually, you guys, I am kind of nice. I want to show you what actually would happen in reality. What you would do, that would save your butt, and it would also make it so that you can find everything that you need for your paper probably pretty fast. Okay, when you're on the website, on any page of the website on hcplc.org, if you go down to the very bottom, there's call, text, and there's ask online. You guys can ask a librarian. It is the human search engine. I know the people who work on this. They are wonderful, fantastic human beings. They are librarians who want to help you. And you can text them, you can chat them. Of course, you guys can always email them and they'll get back to you. And when I was doing my research for the session, I asked them, actually, I chatted with them and I asked them, what's the most common way people get in touch? And they definitely said the chat one. So if you are ever stuck and you need some print sources, or you kind of hit a dead end in your research, or you just want some recommendations for something to read, go ahead and chat with the librarian, you guys. It is a great service. We are here at your fingertips, I promise you. All right, so hopefully you guys will use that. Let's pretend we didn't hit the dead end because we have a little bit more time. So we have one more stop. We're safe. Let's pretend. Aristotle says he has had too much fun and he just wants to stick around at least for a little bit. It's fine if he doesn't want to go back. He can make a difference right here in modern times. Actually, he'd love to travel to modern day Greece to see what's going on over there. Oh, you guys showed him too much of a good time. What do you guys say? A, convince him he's wrong and go back and show him some heavy hitting stuff about why it's important for him to go back. Or choice B, start the process of getting him that modern Greek. After all, you are his friend and you do want to help him be successful in whatever life he chooses for himself. Well, what do you guys say to him? A, convince him he's wrong, show how important he is. Maybe some documentaries. B, start the process of teaching him modern Greek. You guys, you are going to break time completely. You're going to disappear from the session real fast. 100% of you want to show him how to learn modern Greek. All right. Let's go back to my screen and see what we do. Okay, choice B, mango languages. Something that Aristotle could definitely use for his Greek and something that you guys could probably use in your own time in life. Mango is for learning languages. I myself am learning Russian because I'm watching The Americans and I love Russian literature. So let me show you guys a little bit about this. It is a very unique way to learn a language, unlike any other that I've done. And I've worked as a language teacher and I know a lot of different languages. So I do know what I'm talking about when I say this is a wonderful, wonderful resource. I can't believe you guys get this for free with your library card, as do I, so I don't have to be jealous. All right, so you take Aristotle here. And as you guys can see right here, this is what modern Greek would look like. So you guys have different chapters. You guys have some units. Since modern Greek is not the most popular language, you guys aren't going to see some other things that I'll show you right here and not as many other units. But let me show you, you have over 70 different languages with Mango, including pirate, or you have Shakespearean English, you have Spanish, Castilian or Latin American, and when it comes to Greek, I mean, maybe at the end of the day, you'll learn ancient Greek and go back with him, because you guys do see you have ancient Greek, the Greek that's used for ancient religious studies, and modern Greek. So let me just show you for 1 second what it looks like inside one of our more popular languages, Spanish. So you guys have a lot of main units here on the side. There is a daily review. I'm not going to show you my Russian because it would have 19 flashcards available for me for daily review. And it kind of shows you in a smart way what you've mastered already, what you haven't, just based on your statistics. You have specialty units for a lot of the popular languages. Under Explore, for the most popular languages, you also have movies that are pretty fun. It'll ask you before the movie how interactive you want to be with the movie, what subtitles you want to see, whether you want to do like kind of like a little pre-test or anything like that. They're fun. And then the other thing to show you would be that there is a placement test. I know a lot of you guys, maybe, I don't know, maybe Spanish is your first language, in which case I apologize, but French has all of these features too. But there's a placement test so that you can get placed into whatever unit you belong in. And that is basically Mango Languages. It is very fun. It is very wonderful. Later on, we can explore it more if you guys want. Ask me any questions about it. But I do see that we are kind of wanting to continue this journey right now. So basically, you do go through the process of learning modern Greek with him. And you are able to access this and download the lessons as well onto your device. So he does promise on the device that you gave him, he's going to download these lessons later and take them back with him. And actually, he's going to download the ancient Greek so that he and his buddies can laugh about how the ancient Greek in Mango maybe doesn't sound exactly the same pronunciation-wise as the ancient Greek did back then. People didn't have recorders, right? So you sent him along his way, and you did break the time-space continuum. You have reached the end of the journey. You have reached the end of time, perhaps. But, obviously, this is a virtual program. So after the program, we do hope that you guys please contact us with any questions. And maybe you have some questions right now. I'm going to turn my camera on again. And let's see if there's anything that you guys want to know more about.
Yeah, feel free to submit your questions at this time. We do have a few. Let's see, someone wants to know about the ebooks in World Book. Is there a limit on how many books they can check out?
I've only checked out about 5 at a time. I don't believe there's a limit, you guys, because when you check it out, remember there's no holds or anything like that, so you can just return them as you do. There is also a very handy, I didn't show you guys, but there's a very handy feature called favorites. Now there are a lot of in World ebooks, so you guys can just save anything that you like onto your favorites and you can access it really fast. In addition, also, in case you are more interested in the World ebooks, the search feature will actually search through the text, the full text of the ebooks. So, if you do forget something, but you're reading about, I don't know, the chupacabra or something, and you really want to find that really fast without going to the cryptozoology section, you can just put that in the search and it'll show you the one section of the book that has that content. So no, you guys can just check out however much you guys want. Oh, and thank you so much too, Kieran. Thanks for coming. Thank you guys, all of you, for coming. We have a little more time, so feel free to ask any more questions you want.
Yes, please do. This has been great. We do have another question here about the Hoopla app. And they want to know, I guess, they want to know if they can connect Hoopla to their smart TV or devices. I think I know the answer to this. I believe you can connect it to the Apple TV, Roku, and the Amazon Fire TV. So if you have one of those devices, you can find the app on there, and then you can actually stream movies and television shows to your big TV.
That's very nice.
Yeah. Any other questions? Let's see. Okay, we've got one about Mango here. And I think you already mentioned there is an app. They want to know if they can get the app for an iPad, and you had already talked about that, I think, right? Okay.
Yes, you guys can get that. You can get it for Android or you can get it for Apple. It's absolutely fine. And you don't have to download the lessons. I'm just saying for some people who are conscious of how much they can stream, you can absolutely download the lessons and just kind of listen along wherever you're going to the desert. I don't know where you go that doesn't have internet, but maybe your data plan doesn't allow for it.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Mango has so many good options for you guys.
That's great. Yeah, I need to look at that a little closer. I've looked at it a little bit and I've enjoyed it. It's self-paced and really easy to follow. It's a fantastic resource. All right. Do we have any? Oh, not one. Someone's asking about Overdrive. They want to know if you can get any book on Libby. I can answer this one. We don't have every book in our Overdrive collection. However, you can, if you can't find it in the catalog, you can suggest it to be added. So you do have that option, but it is not not every book is available through Libby.
No, they do make the suggestion process for getting the books pretty easy. So you just have to like scroll where it says, oh, we don't own it, and you just scroll down and you might see what you want to suggest right there. So I would say for anyone watching, you can try suggesting a title for purchase. I think that would be wonderful for you to just try it out and see. I know people who have done it and they're usually pleased. So if there's something that we don't have on there, give it a shot and ask us. We just want to help you guys get the information, the resources, and the entertainment that you want after all.
Absolutely. All right, well, last call for more questions. Anyone else have a question out there? No?
I will say it's super important you guys fill out that survey at the end and just let us know what you thought about the program and how more we can help you and all of that. Hopefully you enjoyed the polls. You guys were kind of a similar mind, the same mind actually. I didn't have to use my coin. I'm just going to show you. I really did have my coin to flip. I was really excited. The kids yesterday, I had to flip the coin a lot. But you guys were thinking in the same way. So props to you all.
Yes. Well, I guess, can you bring up that last slide again, and we'll just put the contact info up. Yeah, if you have any questions for the library, you can call us at this number, 813-273-3652. It's 7 days a week from 10 to 6. Library staff can answer your questions. You can also contact us online at hcplc.org/contact. And of course, we have many more programs like this one tonight that you experienced, and you can see the calendar at hcplc.org/events. So I encourage you to go there and look and register for anything that looks interesting. Well, I guess that's it for questions. Thank you so much, Melissa, for another great, exciting adventure. It was awesome.
Thank you for being an awesome participant, and for you guys at home as well. Hope you enjoyed. Have a great.
Good night, everybody.
Bye, guys. See y'all later.